Welcome back. I'm the monk with tattoos. We've talked about forgiveness, but what if you could stop the emotional damage before it even starts? We all experience moments that trigger us anger, sudden joy, or devastating news. Equanimity is the secret superpower of the wise, the ability to observe life's gains and losses without letting your internal state be hijacked. Today, we break down this simple, yet difficult, practice and give you the tools to achieve unshakable.com. So, what is equanimity? It's the art of maintaining mental composure, calmness, and evenness of temper, especially in a difficult situation. It's not about being cold or emotionless. It's about not letting external events control your internal world. Think of your mind like a deep, still lake. When something happens, a rock is thrown in ripples form on the surface, but the depths of the lake remain undisturbed. Equanimity is learning to live in those calm depths, regardless of what's happening on the surface. Let's use a very common example: getting stuck in traffic. You're late for an important meeting. The car in front of you is crawling. The common reaction is frustration, maybe even rage. You start honking, yelling at the driver ahead, and your blood pressure skyrockets. Your whole day is soured by this one event. The equanimous reaction, however, is different. You acknowledge the external event. There is traffic, but you stop yourself from adding the internal judgment. This is a disaster. This shouldn't be happening to me. My day is ruined. Instead, you breathe. You accept the reality of the situation. The traffic exists. Your anger doesn't make it disappear. By not adding that layer of internal drama, you can then think clearly. Okay, I'm stuck. I will send a quick message to let them know I'll be late. Maybe I can use this time to listen to a podcast or just enjoy a moment of stillness. You separate the event from your reaction to it. This applies to positive events as well, particularly praise and blame. Imagine you complete a project and receive overwhelming praise from your boss and colleagues. The common reaction is for the ego to inflate. You start feeling like the most brilliant person in the room. This feels good, but it's a fragile state. The moment someone offers even a tiny bit of criticism, that inflated ego can pop, leaving you feeling deflated and insecure. Equanimity is about accepting the praise gracefully, feeling the warmth of it, but also reminding yourself of your larger purpose, your transcendent purpose. You remain humble, knowing that praise is just as fleeting as blame. You are not defined by either. As you know, my appearance a monk with tattoos can be controversial for some. It's a perfect daily practice ground for equanimity. Just the other day, a stranger looked at my ink and said, "That's trash." In that moment, the trigger happens. My mind wants to get defensive, to judge them back, to feel hurt. But the equanimity practice kicks in. I take a breath and think, that is their opinion, not my reality. That person's judgment is a reflection of their own mind, their own experiences, and their own beliefs. It has nothing to do with my intrinsic worth. I hold that insult at the same level as a compliment I might have received yesterday. One person says trash, another says beautiful. Both are just words, just external events. My internal center doesn't need to swing wildly between them. I remain stable. This is not about suppressing feelings. I acknowledge the sting of the insult, but I don't let it take root and poison my inner peace. So how do you start? The first step is mindfulness. You have to notice the gap between the trigger and your reaction. The moment you feel that rush of anger, that swell of pride, or that sting of criticism, and pause, just for a second. Take one deep breath. In that pause, you create a space. In that space, you have a choice. You can choose to react automatically, letting the external event dictate your internal state. Or, you can choose to respond with equanimity, observing the event without judgment, and consciously deciding how you want to feel and act. Start small. Practice with minor annoyances, a slow internet connection, someone cutting in line, a spilled coffee. Each time you successfully choose a calm, centered response over an automatic, emotional reaction, you are strengthening your equanimity muscle. It's like lifting weights for your mind. Equanimity is not a destination. It's the constant, gentle work of staying centered. By practicing it daily, you free yourself from the tyranny of circumstance. You build an unshakable inner fortress of peace. You become the calm eye of the storm, no matter what winds are howling around you. This practice gives you true freedom, the freedom to choose your own state of being. Thank you for joining this powerful chapter. Next time, we'll move into the deep necessity of solitude and silence, exploring the practice of retreat. Until then, Hold your center steady. Peace.